Hey boys and girls, welcome back to Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch. And in the last episode, we actually gained our very first familiar, Little Spook, also known as a Mite. But we also met with the Old Father Oak in the last episode, and he actually gave us quite a new arsenal of things to use. From the locket that lets us fix people's hearts, to even the little telling stone that I actually didn't know that I actually told you about what you can actually find in each and every region of the world. I actually didn't even know about that, and that's actually kind of cool. But other than that, we actually fought off with our very first boss, as you can see with the Guardian of the Woods here. But with that, we're actually going to be heading on to, finally, into Ding Dong Dell, and making our way finally into the very first town of the game, because of the fact that we can actually fix hearts now. And with that, let's head on into Ding Dong Dell, also known as the very first kingdom of the game. And now we're actually able to go inside, as of the fact that we actually have the ability to use the spells that we actually needed. But with that, we got ourselves a cutscene, so I'll be right back.
Still the worse for wear, huh?
Mr. Drippy, we have to help him.
Right-o, Ollie boy, I better explain how it's done then, innit? First thing you'll need to do is to take the locket Treeface gave you and fill it with the piece of heart our friend is missing.
The piece of heart?
That's right, one of the bits we're all made up of deep down.
The bits we're made up of? I don't understand.
How can I put it? Just give it a go, you'll soon work it out, man. First off, what that guard's missing is a drop of good old-fashioned enthusiasm. Find some and give it to him, and he'll be right as rain.
Okay, but where do I find enthusiasm?
Well now, feast your eyes on that other guard, but there. He's got more get-up and go than a sack of squirrels. If he hasn't got some enthusiasm to spare, I'm a monkey's uncle. Ask nicely, and I'm sure he'll give you a lend of it.
Sure, I'll try my best.
And with that, we can now mend our first broken heart of the game. And let's go and ask this guy if he'll lend us a little bit of it. Excuse me, sir. I wonder if you could do us a favor. I wish I could. I really do, but I'm afraid I can't open this gate without my colleague's permission. Oh no, it's not that. We just want to borrow some of your enthusiasm. Well, if it's enthusiasm you're after, I've got plenty to spare. Take as much as you want. Thank you, sir. Mr. Drippy, how do I get the enthusiasm out of his, hearts? Look at these pages of the old Treeface gave you for your book, ain't it? It's the spell called Take Heart. You need to cast it first. Take heart. Sure. And with that, let's take our first hearts. Because we're gonna be... in order to actually mend this guy's heart, we actually have to take what he's actually missing, as of what we saw with Mr. Drippy there earlier. And with that, we finally have our first little piece of enthusiasm. And all we need to do now is actually just give this enthusiasm to the other guy. And then we should be able to actually go inside Ding Dong Dell. Hey, buddy, we need to help you out here. So, we need to give this guard the enthusiasm we got from his friend, huh? That's right, Ollie boy. The spell you'll need to use this time is Give Heart, ain't it? I know it sounds like the other one, but don't get them mixed up whatever you do. Don't worry, Mr. Drippy. Give Heart is the one repairing broken hearts. I'll remember that. Now when you cast Give Heart, you'll need to choose the piece of heart you want to restore from your locket. Of course, you've only got the one in there at the moment, so even you can't mess that up. Go on then. Give that god his enthusiasm back. Alright, here goes. And with that, give him a little piece of his heart that he's actually missing, that we were able to gain from his little friend there. And we're gonna give him a little distilled spirits of this little piece of enthusiasm. I actually didn't get to read the entire bit there, but we'll go through that again, because I didn't even think about reading that until it actually popped up on the screen.
Looks like he's back in the land of the living.
Yes, he does. Indeed, does look like he's back into the land of the living and no longer completely clonked out in nowhere lands, also known as the void. Because honestly, how they end up acting, they actually look like they become zombies almost. So I actually wonder what happens to the actual person when they're actually brokenhearted in their own brains, and how that actually works. Because they never actually go into all that, so they just go, they kind of like act like they felt like they couldn't control themselves as much, but they don't straight up say that they felt completely different as of how it's said, as what I've noticed. I can't thank you enough, but I'm sure you'll receive your fair share of merit stamps for performing such heroic feats. Merit stamps? What are those? You mean you helped me without even thinking of the merit stamps you done? You do have a merit stamp card, don't you? They're used to collect stamps awarded for helping those in need. If you don't have one, you should visit Swift Solutions in the town and pick one up. Listen to me rambling on. I have to get this gate open. That's what you've been waiting for, isn't it? Yes please, sir. Tidy! We can finally go inside! And with that, we are officially now able to actually go inside the town. And that means we can finally see the Cat King's castle. And that's going to be a whole new can of worms, if I'll be honest. Since now that we're actually here, we actually got a whole new chapter to explore. We're finally here. We're finally in Ding Dong Dell. Indeed we are, Johnny boy. There were a few unseen snags on the way, I'll admit. But all's well that ends well, and I was going to take you to see old Treeface eventually anyways. Righto, on with the wand hunt. The king of this place knows a spell or two. Let's see if he can help us, shall we? A real-life king? Sure. I guess that means we should head for the big old palace over there, huh? And that is indeed where we're going to be heading. The Cat King's castle. Also known as, I believe, King Leonard, if I remember correctly. And also, we should actually head into here as well. Since I believe in this game, sleeping at each place, you actually get something for it. Oh, I'm sorry, we're not open at the present. Please come back later if you'd like to stay the night. Oh, we actually don't even have the ability to go here yet. I think there's a reason for that, and I don't remember what that is. But, with that, let's actually start heading over to the Cat King's castle. Oh, we're actually going the wrong way. Come on, Mun! What are you thinking? We'll never get to the palace if we go that way. Really? I'm pretty sure you could still get there from there. Yeah, you can still get there from the bridge, but okay. Other way we go then. Indeed, then. And I believe there is a cutscene here, so BRB, boys and girls.
Jeepers. It's so different.
Stop staring, man, it's rude.
But look at those goofy clothes.
Goofy? Are you blind? You are the goofy one round these parts.
Huh?
Look at his funny clothes.
Huh? Do I really look so strange?
Crikey, we better get you a new outfit before they put you in the zoo. Come on, Ollie boy.
Okay.
And with that, we are officially going to be getting our wizarding cloak, because that is going to be Oliver's main clothes throughout the entire game. So, unless you actually get other clothes, of course, because you can unlock other clothes, like the winter outfits for when you actually get to Yule and stuff like that. But for now, we're going to actually be getting our official clothes for the actual realm that we're in. But let's do this. I'm sorry, Ollie boy, but no matter how trendy they are in Omotoville, your clothes are just plain out of place over by here. Are they really so strange? But this is all I have. And that is very true. Then we'll just have to buy you some more, won't we? There's loads of shops here in Ding Dong Dell Mun. One of them must sell clothes, ain't it? I guess. Okay, let's go find a store where we can buy new outfits. And with that, we're on our way to trying to find ourselves a new outfit to wear. And I believe I actually know where we're going. And I was right, the little owl area. I forgot the actual name for this place. I know it's not the Swift Solutions. I think it's the Boutique, I believe? I forgot the actual name for this building. If I'm right, that's gonna be cool. Excuse me, ma'am. Do you sell clothes from this do you sell regular clothes? Clothes, dear. Oh, hoot. I'm afraid we don't have any in stock at the moment. Don't tell us that, man. Have you seen how the boy's dressed? He's a flipping embarrassment. He's getting funny looks wherever we go. My street cred is in ruins, man. Oh, a fairy. I used to see your kind all the time, but I'll bet children these days don't even know who you are. You're telling me. Kids these days, man, disrespectful, ignorant, and downright rude. They wouldn't know a fairy if it kicked them in the flipping shins. Not like you, missus. Now about these clothes.
Yes, dear. Who? Let me think now. Now I think of it, there was a traveler who left a set of clothes here once upon a time. He'd bought a new outfit, you see, so he'd left his old one behind.
Roughly human-shaped, is it? And cheap, I shouldn't doubt. Tidy you'll take it. But Mr. Drippy.
Yes, now I remember. He was the one who... Yes, he said they were very special clothes, made from the fabric woven from fibers of the sky tree, if I remember rightly. Lovely and comfy, extremely hard-wearing, and lucky to hoot. I think the only problem would be the size. If you who are going to wear this outfit, dear, I'll need a few hours to make some alterations. It would look, huge on you otherwise. Could you come back tomorrow morning?
Course we can, man. How about that then, Ollie boy? There's lucky.
Neato. Thank you very much, ma'am. Hoo. A pleasure, my dear. Toodle-hoo for now, until tomorrow.
And that's why we actually couldn't go inside the, I believe that's called the Cat's Cradle, if I remember. The actual sleeping, inns in this game. But, with that, let's continue. Tomorrow's flipping ages away, man. I'd like to go and see the king right away, but we can't go till we've got your outfit sorted, ain't it?
I guess not. But what will we do until tomorrow?
I know. That guard on the gate said something about us getting some kind of card from a place in town, ain't it? Something Solutions. I think he said the name of the shop was, the one we just went in, the Boutique. That's the other one.
Was it, Swift Solutions?
There's clever of you. That's the one. I knew it was some other kind of bird. Nice one, Ollie boy.
The stores here sure do have goofy names.
You reckon? They're just named after what they look like, ain't it? Anyway, then let's get over to Swift Solutions, shall we?
And with that, we actually can meet the Swift Solutions guy, which is actually in Ni no Kuni 2, surprisingly. And he looks exactly the same as he did in this game, which is kind of funny. I actually don't understand, if he's supposed to be like a late ancestor. Because of the fact that Oliver is still alive during the Evermore saga of Ni no Kuni 2, he just didn't show up in the game. But in the movie, they actually do show Evermore, as I kind of explained before. But the weird thing is Oliver's still alive, and he's very much alive. Like, he's like maybe 80, 90 years old. But Evermore, I'm pretty sure, is supposed to be 1,000 years old, so... It seems like this world, time changes a lot faster, but people live longer in this realm, is what I'm noticing. But with that, let's actually meet the Swift Solutions man for the very first time, the Taskmaster.
Welcome to Swift Solutions, where those in need come to watch their worries fly away. And where those who are feeling helpful agree to perform tasks on their behalf.
What sort of tasks do you mean, sir?
You honestly don't know? Dear me, you really are new to this, aren't you? Well, I shall swallow my amazement and explain. Folks who are in need of assistance flock to me, hoping to find someone willing to take on their errands from them. On your travels, you're bound to run into people who are looking for help, and you'll have to decide whether you or not to soothe their fluttering hearts by taking on the tasks they set you in with. Have a look on the errand board over there. On it you'll see a list of the tasks you can take on. And Swift Solutions, you can also agree to undertake missions to eliminate specific monsters. They are known as bounty hunts. If you want to find out more, access the main menu and take a look in your journal.
My journal? Huh. Okay, I think I got it.
Your journal will also show you how many merit cards you got.
Oh, the gatekeeper mentioned something about those. I, don't think I have one, though.
Ho ho ho! You don't, do you? Well, that is swiftly remedied. Keep this merit card stamp.
stamp card safe. You'll need it to collect stamps when you complete task. Once you filled up a few cards, you can exchange them for merit rewards, which are sure to be useful on your travels. Simply visit the nearest branch of Swift Solutions, hand over your completed cards, and the awards will be yours.
Okay, thank you very much, sir.
Well, helping people out is all part of the saving the world, Ollie boy. But before we make a start on all the do-goodery, we need to get you dressed for the job. Now the Hootenanny said your outfit would be ready by tomorrow. So I reckon our best plan of action is to go and get a good night's sleep at the Cat's Cradle, ain't it?
Oh, I actually got it right. I was actually guessing it was called the Cat's Cradle because of the fact that, I was so, used to the, Dragon Cradles in, the second game, so I was kind of going based on that as a, kind of like a point of reference. And I was actually right. I actually didn't even expect that one. The journal is now accessible from the main menu. And with that, we can actually look at the Swift Solution task, I believe.
Welcome to Swift Solutions, where those in need come to watch their worries fly away.
And let's actually see what we can take on. So we got Vegetable Thief. Southeast of Ding Dong Dell, Summerlands, a Griffian keeps stealing produce from the farmer's fields outside of town, and has to be dealt with quickly. It's nearly harvest time. I think we're gonna grab these, and then when we actually go and do them, we should actually look at the merit rewards, actually, too. But as I was saying, we'll actually save all these up, and then when we're ready to do some, we'll actually read through each and every one whenever we get ready to start one. So I think that's how we'll do those. But let's see here. But you can actually get some pretty cool things. For completing each merit card, you actually get a point. And as you can see, you have 2 points here, so you need to do 2 merit stamp cards in order to get one of these abilities. And then it keeps racking up and racking up. I believe 5 is the max on one of them, but as you can see, there's actually some good ones. I actually want to grab this jumping jack one because I keep trying to jump, and I actually completely forgot that you actually have to unlock it via merit card. It's not actually it's not useful at all. It's just, as it says here, not very useful, but a whole lot of fun. I actually kept trying to jump a couple times when running around when we were going through the deep dark woods a couple times. So honestly, I'm gonna try and get that early just so I stop not being able to jump because I'm so used to the idea of jumping in these games. But we can also get Jack Be Nimble, allows you to run a little faster out in the hills and plains of the wild world. Well, actually, that might be more important, actually. We should try and get both of these, I think, first. But we also got Little Jack Horner. Occasionally makes your foraging efforts more fruitful, so you'll see, like, little stars in the outside world, or inside towns and things, and you'll be able to forage, like, items from these areas, and you'll actually get better and better loot, depending if you have this one, of course. Jack in the Box. Makes it easier for you to sneak up on enemies from behind, always good, and Jackpots. Causes additional restorative glims to appear during battle. We probably should get this one first since this is actually a really good one. Because as you saw, I was grabbing the glims as fast as possible, because you can actually get magic points back, which is always good. So honestly, probably Jackpot would be the best one we can get.
People with more troubles than they can swallow with notices on the errand board over there. Check it regularly and see if you can help out.
That voice is kind of hard, I'll be honest. But let's see here. Let's just grab all these if it'll let us. It doesn't look like we can actually grab these yet. Surprising. I actually can't grab them. Oh, yeah, it throws it in your journal, I forgot. Details on the new errands have been added to your journal. Okay, we'll just save all those until we're actually ready to actually start working on those. We're gonna wait till after we're done with the chapter to actually start working on errands. I feel like that's how we should do it, since the errands in this game are technically, unlike how Ni no Kuni 2 was. Ni no Kuni 2's errands are a little bit different than the ones in this game, where you can actually use them to actually help you, because most of the time you only get, like, citizens for your actual base, and we didn't really actually pay attention to the base building stuff in our playthrough, so there was no reason for me to even really do anything with it. So that's honestly why we didn't do any of the, like, a lot of the quests in that game, to be completely honest. I just felt like it wasn't really worthwhile, since a lot of it was, like,
fight this group of enemies and then you get your reward. And it takes like five minutes to go through one battle. It was just not worth it. But here we go. Let's actually check out this area. This is actually where we're going to be able to buy items. So the Connor Master. Conversations, friends. But I'm not allowed to sell weapons or armor to travelers. You're going to need a special permission from the king. Oh, okay. Actually, we can't do anything here. I completely forgot about that one. Okay, well, Cat's Cradle it is then, since we're actually not able to do much here at the moment. Let me just make sure we're going the right way. And over to the Cat's Cradle we go. And we'll just spend the night here, and hopefully in the morning, our wizarding clothes will be all set and ready for us. And then we'll be fully ready for our adventure.
Welcome to one of the Cat's Cradle's chain of premium inns. We pride ourselves on practicality and pricing.
And stay in the inn, so it's going to cost us 10 guilders, which, although technically we're going to use 10 guilders here, we actually can easily get that back since it's only 10 guilders. You get a lot more for battling.
Your custom is always appreciated. Meow, you look a little unusual. You're a traveler, I presume. When I encourage you to take a nap at each of our inns, whenever your travels may take you, we are very proud of our deep and comfortable beds, and we hope you enjoy them as much as we do.
Thank you very much. And look at your wizard companion. There's something different about it. That is useful. The memories of all the travelers who stayed here have filled it back a bit. Gee, I never expected that.
Why the heck not, man? It's a flipping mighty spell book, ain't it? We'd best stay in as many of these places as we can, eh?
I guess so, huh? I believe this, yeah, it gives you, kind of like the regions of each area you go to, which is actually kind of cool. I forgot what it was, and this is actually it. So this will tell us about the Northern Summerlands, which is pretty cool. You obtain the regions of the worlds page. Okay, cool. I'll definitely take it. Although, we don't really need to read over it. There's nothing, it's going to tell you about like hotspots you can go to, but there's no reason to really go into reading every single one of those, since it's just filler stuff. But if it was like for, like how, trying to think of a way,
you must listen to me now, Oliver.
If I can get it.
You have to go to him.
If it was for, like, story reasons, I would definitely look at those, but it's just going to tell you what you can find in each area, and a little bit more information about, Ding Dong Dell and the Deep Dark Woods, because those are the two areas, that are in the Northern Summerlands.
But who is he? And where do I have to go?
It's alright, sweetie. You're already on your way.
And that is indeed true. We're already on our way to doing what we need to do. And with that, we'll be seeing her probably in another memory or another time we fall asleep. But with that, there goes Alicia. I actually don't know his mom's actual normal name. If I'll be completely honest, I only know the Great Sage's name. And that's probably bad, honestly, due to the fact that I played it so many times.
Morning, young man. And what a perfectly fine morning it is, too. You slept well, I hope. Excellent. You'll be on your way now, I expect. Well, if you happen to come across another Cat's Cradle on your travels, be sure to stay with us again.
Ta, missus. See you soon. Right-o, Wally boy. Back to the owl shop, ain't it?
Okay. Mom. Would I like to save my progress? Yes, I would. And let's see here. Entering Ding Dong Dell. Okay, so we are on something else. Collect your new outfit from the boutique. And with that, let's make our way back into Ding Dong Dell's main area. Okay, so all we need to do now is just go over to the boutique. And then we'll finally be able to actually progress here. Since we kind of do look a little funny with all the, as you can see, all the fantasy wear around us. We actually look completely out of place. And I'm surprised, once we got here, it was when people started noticing us that we looked a little different. Since not even the old Father Oak said anything. Because you would think that, based on him being as old as he is, he would actually have seen so many different people of this world over the course of his life. But with that, let's actually talk to the old hootenanny. Hoo-hoo, there you are, dearie. You'll be happy to hear your clothes are ready.
Tidy. Best try them on then, Ollie boy.
Sure. I'll just pop in get them for you, dear, and wait there and I shan't be a moment.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you indeed, Hootenanny.
What do you think?
And there we go. We're officially a true and honest adventurer. Isn't it a little goofy? I mean, a cape.
Don't be silly, dear. It hoots you down to the ground.
Thank you very much, ma'am. How much do we owe you?
For those old things, don't be silly, dear. You'd be doing me a huge favor, just taking them off my hands.
Really? You're sure?
I can't remember the last time I did any sewing. It was an absolute hoot, dear. Think nothing of it. All I ask is that you pop back and buy a little something from time to time. You'll do that for me, won't you, dear?
Course we will. Thanks, missus. There's a lucky Ollie boy. Looks like we owe this place another visit or three. We sure do. We definitely will be able to check this place out. I believe there's a Hootenanny in every single town, so we don't need to worry about going back to this specific one. Just to be honest there. You obtained a set of traveler's clothes. I actually do wonder whose these clothes are, because I don't think it ever tells you who it actually was. There might be an actual answer to that now I think about it. I think it might be something to do with Horus, but other than that, I'm not entirely sure. I don't actually think they actually go into all that. And now you've gone to some dapper duds. We can head up to the palace tidy. Time to go meet the king, huh? I'm kinda nervous. Honestly, kinda same as well, honestly, buddy. Since it has been quite a while since I've actually seen King Tom. So with that, let's actually start making our way over to the King's Cradle. And all we have to do is just go down one simple road. And there it is, the big old castle. And the statue of King Leonard, I believe that's his name. I could be wrong, it's been a while, if I'll be completely honest, but I do believe that's actually his name. Hello, sir. Welcome to Ding Dong Dell. This is the road that leads to the royal palace. You are travelers, I take it. You must, be in those clothes. That's indeed the case. Yes, we've come to see the king. You're after the audience with King Tom. Oh, I'm actually wrong. Are you? Well, I'd be more than happy to let you through. But I'm afraid that is just not possible at the moment. Really? Huh, but why? One of the king's hapless aides has allowed his Majesty beloved pet fish to escape into the palace moats. That red herring is the king's pride and joy, and a highly endangered species to boot. Literally a red herring. I doubt his Majesty would be able to replace this one if he were just to lose it. What about that aide of his was thinking? I don't know. Anyway, to cut a long story short, everyone in the castle is busy looking for the king's red herring at the moment. I'd advise you to come back another day. Alright. What are we going to do, Mr. Drippy? The palace moat, is it? If I'm not mistaken, that's the moat connected to some of the rivers that run through the town. You think it could have just swum all the way to town? I reckon it's possible, yeah. Why don't we, have a look in the few ponds, and that's just in case. Can't do any harm, can't it? It sure can't. Gee, I hope we find the red herring, that red herring, Mr. Drippy. Me too, Ollie boy. Right then, let's go fishing. And with that, so let's indeed go do us some fishing, since it'll do us some help. Since, in order to actually get into that castle, we actually do need to find the fish. So, let's go find ourselves a red herring. Literally, a red herring. Okay, so, if I remember correctly, there should be a specific area we do need to go to. Yeah, that little area right over there. It should be a small little lake that we can actually make our way over to. So if we take a right over to this section over here, go all the way around over by the Swift Solutions, and jump on these little logs over here. Actually, I don't think you can jump on those logs, although you can jump on logs like that in the future. I don't actually think you can go over there.
Look, Ollie boy. See that red thing over there by there?
Yeah, I think so.
I reckon you found our fishy friend. You'd better go and take a closer look, though, just to make sure, ain't it?
Me? Why do I have to go over there?
Well, who else is going to do it? Freddy the Fish Inspector.
The funny thing is that's actually something I used to play back when I was a little kid. It was a game called Freddy the Fish, and I actually think that's kind of funny that, although it's probably not a reference to that, that's actually kind of funny.
Come on, just hump on them rickety-looking bits of wood. You'll be fine.
Oh, jeez. Alright, I guess I'll try. And actually, it was right on jumping on this. So let's go get ourselves a red herring. Although I don't think it's just going to be easy as jumping on the logs, as we just saw.
Darn it, he got away.
Sorry?
He's a lively one, all right. I think he went off towards the palace, Ollie boy. After him.
After him, indeed. So let's make our way back over this way. I'm actually surprised Drippy just jumped right through us right there, honestly. And I just tried to jump again, I'll be honest. I literally pressed B to jump, and I'd forgotten that you have to unlock that with merit stamps. I really want that ability now, just because I keep trying to do it, and whenever I try to do it, it just doesn't do it. I actually feel kind of sad, because I feel limited to the ground at the moment, and that's one thing I'm so used to doing. Okay, so it looks like we take a right over here now. I believe this should go over to the graveyard, if I remember correctly. We should be meeting a little ghost boy if we actually go this way. So we can actually go check him out, because he's actually going to be an important character later, since he's going to give us a bunch of our quests. But let's go grab ourselves our little red herring here. Hey, little bunny. Up you get, and into my arms. And just like that, that was pretty easy. So this is the king's favorite fish, huh?
Tidy, that's a red herring if I ever saw one. Now we can get ourselves an audience with the king. Let's head back and see that palace guard, shall we?
And with that, we can definitely go and give the palace guard the red herring, and we can actually go and meet King Tom now. But let's actually go and meet our little buddy here. Although we won't be able to talk to him yet because we actually need a spell called Spirit Medium. But we can actually at least see him for now, at least. That was definitely at least something we should do. But there he is.
Hey, what's up with you, man? Look at the bit pale you do.
Huh. You're giving this to me. You've received the page describing Spirit Medium. Oh yeah, I forgot he gives us that.
Well, fancy that. That's a page from your wizard companion, that is. What's this little squirrel doing with it?
Well, I can tell you one thing. He actually is a ghost, so that's the reason why we need the Spirit Medium spell. I'm sorry, I can't hear you. Do you think he can't speak?
No, that's not it, man. If I'm not very much mistaken, yimp, must be.
Did you figure something out, Mr. Drippy?
That spell he just gave you. Give it a try, Ollie boy. You'll soon see.
Well, alright then. And with that, let's actually cast our... Oh, forgot, you actually have to press the X button. Okay, over down to Spirit Medium, it'll cost us 5 magic points, and will also let us talk to this dude, so... If I can actually select it, that is. Thank goodness it worked. Jeepers Creepers, you can talk? Of course I can talk, silly. You can cast Spirit Medium on me, didn't you? So that's what it does, huh? You mean to tell me you can cast a spell without knowing what it did? What kind of wizard are you? For future reference, Spirit Medium lets you speak to spooky spirits of the dead like me.
So I was right. You're a flipping ghost, ain't it?
Ghost? Jeepers, you mean to tell me that ghosts really exist? Of course they do. Wizards see them all over all the time. I was a wizard too once, you know. But thanks to that idiot the Dark Djinn, there aren't too many wizards left. So when I saw you, I thought I'd better hand that page over. You're the first wizard I've seen in I don't know how long. Jeepers, can I really keep it? Of course. It's the least I can do to say thanks for looking after my book. Your book?
Nah, you got your wires crossed, sunshine. That's our book, that is. Who are you anyway?
Me, I'm Horace. Although you probably know me better as the Sage of Ages.
Hang on a second. You want us to believe a little midget like you is the sage of flipping ages?
Who are you calling a midget, Pipsqueak?
True, honestly. Who are you calling midget, Mr. Drippy? You're far from tall. I'm a flipping fairy, ain't it? I'm supposed to be the size, cheeky little.
You're called Ollie, aren't you? And you're on a journey in our world.
Yeah?
Maybe I'll go on a little journey myself. I haven't taken a look around our world for such a long time. Right, I'm heading south to the deserts. Hopefully we'll meet again at the town down there. See you soon.
And with that, we'll be seeing Horace in the next town, also known as the next chapter. So we won't be seeing him for quite a bit. But it's also just nice to see him, since he is going to be a major character throughout the entirety of the story, as long as you pay attention to his story, since you want to meet him every time you see him, because he actually is important. Because, one, as he said, he is the Sage of Ages. I won't say if he actually is or not, because we can just say it as, because he does give it as his title to start with, but I won't go into if he actually is or not, just so I can have a little bit of air of mystery to it, since honestly you won't know until the very late game who his true identity is, or what his true identity is. You again. I'm afraid we still haven't located King Tom's pet. This one you mean?
We came to deliver the king's fish back to him, sir.
Is that? Goodness. I know the regal scarlet tones of the king's beloved red herring anywhere. Well, I'll be. I reckon he must have swum out through these sewers in a town like. Is that so? I must let the other guards know right away. If I remember rightly, you were...
That's right. We need to see the king.
Yes, of course. But with him in his current state. What's that? Something up is there. You could say that. Did I mention that the person charged with caring for the king's red herring just let it escape? Everyone in the palace has grown terribly lax of late. So lax that we need to enlist the help of passing travelers as you know only too well. I probably shouldn't be telling you this, but the king himself has been, an indolence personified, and it seems to be rubbing off on his subjects.
Indolence? Is that some kind of laziness?
I'm afraid so. Well, perhaps being reunited with his beloved red herring will give him the boost he needs. In you go. Tidy. We're off to see the king. Come on, Ollie boy.
And with that, we actually get to meet King Tom. And with that, I'll be right back.
A pleasure to meet you, Your Majesty.
So it was you who delivered one's treasure back to one?
That's right.
Yes, Your Majesty.
And you wish for a prize?
Go on, man. Ask him.
Come now, don't be shy.
Well, Your Majesty,
Out with it now!
we need your wand.
One's wand. Huh? What did you say?
Crikey.
That smell. Could it be?
That's right, Your Majesty. He's not from our world. He's the one whose power freed me from my prison.
What? You mean he broke his spell? This little boy?
Yes.
Do you understand what you're saying, Fairy? Once you defy him, there's no turning back.
I know, but...
But what precisely?
Well, you know, he might be able to...
It's not one's concern. You may not have the wand. Now be gone.
Does that mean no wand, Mr. Drippy?
Looks like it.
And with that, we just found out that we're not getting ourselves a wand that easy.
It looks like we gotta do a little bit more until we can actually get ourselves a proper magical weapon of some sort, at least.
Something wasn't quite right about our royal friend. Broken-hearted he is, or I'm broken-headed.
Broken. I forgot about that line. I'm sorry, that caught me off guard. Yeah, the king does seem like he is broken-hearted, but honestly, I'm not sure what kind, though. I don't remember. You're sure about that one?
And
He seemed pretty normal to me, but if you say so.
Kingdom's being dragged down with him.
What are we waiting for? Let's
Well,
go find the piece of heart he's missing.
Yeah, as what Oliver just said. Well, let's try and find out which piece of heart he's missing and try and get it back to him. But I don't know if it's going to be that easy to actually find exactly what he needs, though. The guard outside of town was short on enthusiasm too, huh? Indeed he was, Ollie boy. Like I said, I reckon the king's broken-heartedness is dragging everyone else down with him. But the other guard gave us some of his enthusiasm to help his friend. Although he did do that, you can't take it from another person that you've already taken something from. Unless they give you a different piece of hearts. Like, if they gain, like, love, I believe there's another one, I forgot all of them. Passion's one, I think. So love, passion, or actually passion and love I think is the same. I forgot exactly each and every one, but if they gain another, like, excess of a different piece of heart, you can grab another piece from them. But you can't grab the same piece from the same person. It's actually a very bad thing to do in this world because of the fact that we could do exactly what Shadar is doing just by doing that. I will explain that since it is going to be probably explained, not as much as I just did, but that's exactly what happens there. Let's see here. We should go ask him for some more. No, man. Don't go doing that. There is a very important rule about borrowing pieces of people's hearts. There is? What is it? Well, you can't go taking the same piece of heart from the same person twice, see? One little scoop on the top is always safe to borrow. Gee, I didn't know that. I'll be sure to be real careful from now on. So, what do we do, Mr. Drippy? We trawl the town for someone else with the get it up and go, and plenty ain't it? It's a sleepy old place, when there's bound to be someone somewhere. The only problem is where. Ding Dong Dill's not exactly village-sized, after all. You might even say it's proper massive. I guess it kinda is, huh? Oh, actually the Telling Stone, I forgot this thing can actually talk. In something of a quandary, are we? Yes, we are, Mr. Telling Star. Flipping heck, I didn't even get to read that one. Hi, Mr. Telling Stone. You seem perplexed, my young friends. I thought you might benefit from a dose of my expansive knowledge. Thanks, that's real nice of you. You see, we need to borrow a piece of somebody's heart, but we don't know how to find one. Elementary, my dear Oliver. In times like these, you just take a look at your locket. How do you mean? Well, not only can it carry pieces of heart, the locket is also extremely sensitive to their proximity. It will glow when they are nearby. Tidy. So we can use it to track down some enthusiasm then, ain't it? And that is indeed the case, but you can also see it on the map as well, which is pretty good. Allow me to tell you a little more about the locket of yours. You will see that it has a habit of glowing brightly from time to time. This is how it reacts to the presence of those who possess one of the heart's virtues in abundance. Incidentally, those with pieces of heart to spare will also glow a verdant green on the minimap in the top right of your screen. Neato. It will not serve to tell you which of the virtues the subject has in excess, but it should still provide exceedingly useful to you nonetheless. I just know it well. Now sally forth and seek your piece of heart, young adventurer. Thank you so much, Mr. Telling Stone, sir. And if you ever find yourselves in need of knowledge again, you can consider me wholly at your service. Farewell for now, friends. And with that, down goes Mr. Telling Stone. That's actually all I thought he was useful for. I actually never used the telling stone before the last episode. Like, I never actually checked it out, because I never thought it was actually something I needed to know. I thought it was, like, basic information and stuff like that. But I never actually knew it could tell you about what you're actually missing in areas and stuff like that. That's actually really nice to know. And also it shows you, all the, it can actually show you the boss if you want to, like, read up on what the boss is after you beat it, which is pretty cool as well. But with that, let's continue. Righto, Wally boy. Let's have a look around for someone with a drop of enthusiasm to spare, shall we? If your rocket glows up all of a sudden, we know we're on the right track. Got it. Let's go, Mr. Drippy. And with that, we get to do our first piece of part track down. And I believe it's not in this area, so we need to make our way back into the main part, or the main village part, I guess you could say, or main part of the kingdom, since the palace area is not where we need to be. Okay, let's take a look at our map, see if there's anybody on the map to help us out. It looks like the star is pointing us to where we need to go, though, so unlike normal, where they'll be in green spots on the map, they're actually giving us the first one for free, just using the star to show us exactly where we want to go. So with that, let's actually make our way over to our first piece of heart mission, since I'm pretty sure we actually have to do something special to get this one. Actually, wait, no, now that I think about it, I think they give it to you right away, actually. I think you just ask them, and then as long as you have a piece open, because you can't have excess pieces of heart, you actually have to use the ones that you already have, and before you can actually get more of another piece that you already currently have, basically. So, if you want to use, if you want to grab all your pieces of heart, you have to use all your pieces of heart, basically. But with that, let's see. Look, Mr. Drippy, the locket, it's glowing. Tidy! Then there's someone round by here with a piece of heart to spare, ain't it? That's definitely the case, then. And it seems to be this little boy right here, protecting what seems to be the sewers. Based on how I remember this being the sewer location, to be completely honest, because I remember the sewers being a dungeon. And the only person around by here is him. And look at him, man. He can barely stand still. He's so eager. Jackpot. You mean you think he has some enthusiasm to spare? That I do, my lad. I'd bet my lantern on it. Let's go and get it, shall we? Well, let's do that indeed. Hey, little buddy, you wanna help me with your enthusiasm? How do you do, saucepan head? I don't suppose you fancy doing us a favor, do you? Hey, stop distracting me, I'm busy. Busy? Huh, what are you busy doing exactly? Protecting the town from the mice, of course. Mice, oh yeah. I remember hearing about the mice who lived in Ding Dong Gel.
Those mice are a menace. They're always running around, getting up to no good. But the grown-ups are too lazy to do anything about it. Most of them are hardly even notice when the mice steal things, and the ones that do don't seem to care. Well, Tommy Stout is not going to stand for it. I know the mice all live down in the well, so I'm standing guard here. Any mouse that comes this way is in for a battering.
Well, we were right about this one. He's bursting with enthusiasm over to you, Ollie boy.
What are you talking about?
Well, King Tom seems to be really short on enthusiasm right now. And that's where you come in, Tommy boy. You've got loads of the stuff. If we give some to the king, Tom, the whole town would sort itself out quick shop.
Yeah, so we were wondering if you could share some of your enthusiasm with us. Of course, I'd do anything to help the king.
Thanks, Tommy. And with that, let's take us some piece of his heart. And this will be another piece of enthusiasm we can use on King Tom. And with that, it is now ours to use. And Distilled Spirit of the Get Up and Go. I actually forgot to read it like I said it would. Oops. But there we go, we at least got to read it now.
Wow, that was strange. Well, now I know what magic feels like.
Strange? What do you mean? Non-wizarding types ain't used to spells, you see, Ollie boy. They don't know what to make of them half the time.
So does that mean King Tom's going to be alright, now, Mr. Oliver?
Yes, and once the king's back to normal, everyone else should be starting to feel a little bit better too. That's right, man. Your enthusiasm is going to put a spring in everyone's step, ain't it?
That's great to hear. Until then, though, I'd better stay here and keep an eye out for mice.
Alright. See you later, Tommy. And with that, I think we should probably end off today's episode here, due to the fact that I believe we should be getting into the next dungeon in the next episode as well, due to the fact that, I believe we actually have to go down into the sewers very soon. So I believe I know that's going to be the next dungeon, so I have a feeling that we are definitely going to be getting into that in the next episode. So with that, thank you all for watching today's episode, have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Keep being spooky, and peace out. Hey boys and girls, thank you all for watching today's episode. If you liked what you saw today, please leave a like and maybe even subscribe. And hit the bell notification down below. If you guys have any kind of suggestions for games, please put that in the comments down below as well. Thank you all for watching today's episode, and keep being spooky. Peace out, guys.